Hey guys, welcome to the Agile Lexicon video series. I'm Luca Leonte and today we will look into what is the product backlog. A product backlog is a list of new features, changes to existing features, bug fixes, infrastructure changes, or other activities that a team may deliver in order to achieve a specific outcome. The product backlog is a single source for things that the team works on. That means that nothing gets done that isn't on the product backlog. Conversely, the presence of a product backlog item in the backlog does not guarantee that it will be delivered. It represents an option the team has for delivering a specific outcome rather than a commitment. It should be cheap and fast to add items to the backlog, and it should be equally as easy to remove items that don't result in direct progress to achieving the desired outcome or enable progress towards the outcome. Product backlog items take a variety of formats, with user stories being the most common among them. The team using the backlog determines the format they choose to use and look to the backlog items as reminders of the aspects of a solution they may work on. Backlog items vary in size and extent of detail based in a large part in how soon a team will work on them. Those that a team will work on soon should be small in size and contain sufficient detail for the team to start the work on it. The team may establish a definition of ready to indicate their agreement on the information they'd like to have available in order to start working on a product backlog item. Product backlog items that are not slated for work may be fairly broad and have little detail. The sequence of backlog items on a backlog changes as a team gains a better understanding of the outcome and the identified solution. This reordering of existing backlog items, the ongoing addition and removal of product backlog items, and the continuous refinement of the backlog items gives a product backlog its dynamic characteristic. A team owns its own product backlog and may have a specific role product owner with the primary responsibility for maintaining the backlog size. The key activities in maintaining the product backlog include prioritizing backlog items, deciding which items should be removed from the backlog, and facilitating product backlog refinement. A backlog can be an effective way for a team to communicate that they are working on and what they plan to work on next. Story maps and information radiators can provide a clear picture of your backlog for the team and stakeholders. The product backlog can be represented in a physical form using index cards or sticky notes, or it may be represented in electronic form such as a text file, spreadsheet, or one of the many backlog management tools that exist out there. Electronic boards are the better option for a team that has remote members or collects a great deal of supplementary information about the backlog items. Physical boards offer the advantage of making the backlog continuously visible and concrete during discussions around the product backlog. The product backlog is often referred to as simply the backlog. This entry clarifies the term as product backlog to avoid confusion with sprint backlogs, which are a related but different concept. Now, the Scaled Agile Framework, or SAFe, introduced a series of backlogs to replace the product backlog. Each type of backlog is intended to contain a specific granularity of backlog items based on a complicated backlog item hierarchy. So in SAFe, you'd have a portfolio backlog that contains different initiatives an organization is considering. The solution backlog contains high-level backlog items referred to as capabilities or enablers that represent the aspects of a solution. The program backlog contains backlog items referred to as features that represent aspects of the solution as well. The team backlog contains backlog items that each individual team works on.